moment, applaud a fatal performance that led to a shocking conclusion.
Where do you get your coconut?
Tender coconut.
Snowy white, tree-ripened coconut.
You get it in your store. Juicy coconut in rich, dark chocolate. That's Mounds. Moist coconut, almonds, and creamy milk chocolate. That's Almond Joy. You want great coconut, get it in your store.
We do.
And now at your store, you can play the Mounds and Almond Joy Treasure Island game and be an instant winner.
Change your partner.
Change your underwear.
Hey, you don't wear Fruit of the Loom.
But we can make you change our tune.
If a Superband waistband didn't get you.
Our Super Seams will. That will bet you.
They're extra strong, yeah, really strong.
That will make them last real long.
And you can have them for a song.
I'll change, partners.
Fruit of the Loom men's cotton briefs, only $1.97 per brief. And we're the official thermal underwear of the U.S. Alpine Ski Team.
Next, a motion picture that takes you beyond imagining. The day before.
There's not going to be a war, is there?
The day of.
This is not an exercise. Over 300 missiles inbound now.
The day after. Parental discretion advised.
Lawrence, Kansas. Is anybody there? Anybody at all?
Next on Ripley's Believe It or Not. Go on the prowl with police who can see in the dark. Visit the mysterious caves of Greece where hermits guard an ancient treasure. Hang on for dear life as disaster stalks the sky. Take a trip into outer space to see how astronauts really cope without gravity. Next on Ripley's Believe It or Not.
This is David Hartman. How will America react to the movie The Day After? We'll find out tomorrow on Good Morning America.
Thursday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain, host Tim Conway brings you hilarious moments with Burt Reynolds, Joan Rivers, Mr. T, Eddie Murphy, and other celebrities on Hollywood's private home movies. Then the team mends a boy's broken body, but can it heal his broken spirit on Trauma Center. Now stay tuned for The Day After, an ABC theater presentation. Parental discretion is advised.
Monday, mount up for a jumbo match of Pachyderm Polo. Smash through a wall of steel and cut the rug with the breakers on That's Incredible. Then the Saints try to move back into first place against the Jets. Monday Night Football.
All starting at 8, 7 Central.
Announcing Segment 7, a different special interest feature every weekday on Action News at 6.
On Mondays, I'll tell you how medicine is keeping up with your health.
On Tuesdays, we'll tell you what's going on in town, entertainment, and more.
Relationships and feelings call for honest talk on Wednesdays.
Which films are worth seeing? Which ones aren't? We'll let you know on Thursday.
What's cooking in the restaurants? Join me every Friday.
Segment 7. It makes Action News at 6 more than just a newscast.
The only difference between these 84 Corvettes is the gasoline they're using. This one accelerates faster with Amoco Premium Lead-Free. It's the highest octane lead-free you can buy, and the same high-performance gasoline that helps solve engine problems like knock and run-on in your car. You expect more from Amoco, and premium performance is one way you get it.
Greyhound update after Nightline's Viewpoint.
Hardcastle and McCormick will not be seen tonight, but will return next Sunday.
I know this guy, Antonia. I know him. I never forget him.
When they take on a gang of car thieves.
Maybe he's just got that kind of a face, Judge.
Sure he is. The kind you see on the wall, the poster.
Hardcastle and McCormick next Sunday.
Hello, I'm John Cullum. In this evening's ABC theater presentation of The Day After, I play a father in a typical American family who experienced the catastrophic events of a full-scale nuclear war. Before the movie begins, We would like to caution parents about the graphic depiction of nuclear explosions and their devastating effects. The emotional impact of these scenes may be unusually disturbing, and we are therefore recommending that very young children not be permitted to watch. In homes where young people are watching, we'd like to suggest that the family watch together so that parents can be on hand to answer questions and discuss issues raised by the movie. Immediately following the day after, ABC will present a special edition of Viewpoint that will explore some of the political, military, and psychological aspects of the nuclear age. In a moment, the day after.
Last year, we asked our competition to pick the best personal computer based on price and memory. They all chose the Commodore 64. With all the changes in the computer industry, we thought we'd better check again. The new IBM personal computer chose the Commodore 64. The new Apple IIe chose the Commodore 64. The more things change, the more things stay the same. Commodore, in more homes than any other home computer.
Search presents The Encounter. You never know when you're going to wind up face-to-face with someone. With Search, you're always ready.
Who's there with the press?
Excuse me, I
missed him.
Only Search has a great taste plus a glistening drop of Retsin and a fresh, clean flavor to get your breath fresh enough to go face-to-face.
Now what?
Dinner.
I get the picture.
Search regular and sugar-free for breath that's face-to-face fresh.
I'm with the remarkable new Minolta Talker. When the light's too dim, it talks to you.
Too dark. Use flash.
When you're out of flash range, it tells you.
Check distance.
And when the camera's empty,
load film.
It's the auto exposure, auto focus 35mm camera that loads, advances, and rewinds the film all automatically. The new Minolta Talker talks you into good pictures.
Great pictures.
Only from the mind of Minolta.
How do I feel? Miserable. My nose is stuffed up, my sinuses hurt. I can't breathe.
Get Duration Nasal Spray and get your mind off your nose for up to 12 hours. Duration helps you breathe freely with the longest-lasting nasal decongestant you can get. And Duration goes to work fast.
How's my stuffy nose? Great. Thanks to Duration.
Duration Nasal Spray. Get your mind off your nose for up to 12 hours.
This is a Commodore home computer system. With it, you can learn music, take care of your household accounts, file your lists, type your letters, get into telecommunications, and entertain your family. But it all starts with the Commodore 64 or VIC-20. And now is the right time to start because the price of all Commodore software is now up to 50% less. Commodore computers, in more homes than any other home computer.
On the coast of Colombia, South America, for centuries the art of straw weaving has been passed from mother to daughter. It is a tradition and part of the heritage. The same heritage Juan Valdez passes to his son. He teaches him to hand wash the Colombian coffee beans and dry them carefully in the sun. It is an art that has been passed on for generations. It is no wonder a country so rich in tradition grows the richest coffee in the world.
We have been fascinated from the beginning. As a machine, the human body remains a supreme invention. To unlock its potential, we offer SoloFlex. Simple and efficient, like the body itself. Which may explain why SoloFlex looks less like a machine and more like a work of art.
Hello, I'm Orville Redenbacher with my famous gourmet popping corn and my new gourmet microwave popping corn in handy pop and serve bags. My special kernels pop lighter and fluffier than other corns. So do mine. Just pop it in your microwave, then pop it in your mouth. Mine tastes light and fluffy, too. So does mine. Pop my gourmet popping corn. Or my new gourmet microwave popping corn. For the lightest, fluffiest popcorn, there's only one. Orville Redenbacher.
I'm Ted Koppel in Washington. Immediately following the day after, ABC News will broadcast a special edition of Viewpoint. We'll focus on the critical question, how to prevent nuclear war. We'll talk live with Secretary of State George Shultz and with a distinguished panel of experts. Henry Kissinger, Elie Wiesel, William F. Buckley Jr., General Brent Scowcroft, and Carl Sagan. We'll also take questions from our audience on Viewpoint immediately following the day after.
If you think these cars are the same, you're in for a surprise. Sure, you can rent any of them at the airport, but the one from Dollar is different.
It is? I don't see any difference. Do you see any difference?
I don't see any difference. Do you see any difference?
I don't see any difference. Does this look different to you? I can't tell the difference. Can you?
I can't tell the difference. So what makes Dollar different?
The price. Dollar Rent-A-Car. You'll recognize the difference. Now you can rent a Ford Thunderbird for just $33 a day.
Men never cease to amaze me. Some guys don't think twice about the cologne they use. But a cologne says a lot about a man. And I think the cologne that says it best is English leather. English leather has a clean, masculine scent. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, a man should wear English leather, or nothing at all. Look, I don't fall for a guy just because he wears a nice cologne. But I know what I like. And I like a man to wear English leather, or wear nothing at all.
She is seductive. She is passionate. She is Christine, a 1958 Plymouth Fury with a taste for blood. Nothing you can do can stop her. Because how do you kill something that can't possibly be alive? Christine, Body by Plymouth, Soul by Satan, rated R. Watch out for her soon at a theater near you.
To lose weight, these dieters chose Slim Fast over Cambridge.
I chose Slim Fast to lose weight. It's much more delicious than Cambridge, just like a chocolate shake. I picked the Slim Fast diet plan, and I lost weight. It has more protein than Cambridge, plus fiber and bran.
I chose Slim Fast, and I lost weight. It costs less than Cambridge, and the taste, terrific.
Get Slim Fast, the delicious way to lose weight.
Tonight's ABC theater presentation, The Day After, will continue in a moment.
I'm Ted Koppel. We'll examine the issues of nuclear war and peace on a special edition of ABC News Viewpoint. We'll hear from Secretary of State George Shultz and a distinguished panel and our live audience here in Washington on Viewpoint, immediately following The Day After.
Tomorrow on AM 1270, WXYZ Radio.
What do the newsmakers have to say about nuclear survival? Listen to WXYZ Radio Morning News.
Can Detroit survive a nuclear attack? Talk to me and the experts on my open line.
What's the psychological fallout? Talk to me about how you feel about the day after.
News, information, communication.
That's News Talk Radio.
On the day after, the day after.
On AM 1270, WXYZ Radio.
The Olympiad, a 2,000-year tradition where the best athletes in the world compete for gold and immortality. You can relive the greatest moments of Olympic history each week on the Olympiad, a show that captures the beauty and the pain of the performances that astounded the world. It's the story of athletes whose exploits live through the generations. It's the Olympiad, Sunday at 5 on Channel 7.
Why would Channel 7 follow their 5 o'clock newscast with another hour of news at 6? Because Detroit has more local news than we can cover in just 1 hour. Channel 7 6 p.m. news has 3 times more local news than any other 6 p.m. newscast. Plus, segment 7 features Jerry Hodak on weather, Jay Berry on sports, Rich Fisher and Doris Fisco at the anchor desk, and 14 reporters all over town bringing you stories about where you live. So even if you watch Channel 7 Action News at 5, watch it at 6. It's a whole new newscast.
McGovern on the campaign trail after Nightline's Viewpoint.
Given a choice between learning computing and playing video games, which do you think a kid would choose? Exactly. That's why Zortek, a new learning game, was created exclusively for Commodore home computers. As kids play Zortek, they're really finding their way around a computer keyboard and mastering basic computer programming. So before you buy a computer for your kids to learn on, make sure it's one they'll want to learn on. One that plays Zortek and other famous learning games. A Commodore home computer.
No diet in the world will help you lose weight until you do one thing. Control your appetite.
With Dexatrim, I was able to control my appetite. And I lost weight.
The extra-strength Dexatrim diet plan, the strongest appetite control formula you can buy without prescription. Dexatrim helps you eat less and lose weight.
Dexatrim curbed my desire to eat. I lost weight because I ate less.
Extra-strength Dexatrim. No appetite control capsule works harder to help you lose weight.
If you think these cars are the same, you're in for a surprise. Sure, you can rent any of them at the airport, but the one from Dollar is different.
It is? I don't see any difference. Do you see any difference? I don't see any difference. Do you see any difference?
I don't see any difference.
Does this look different to you?
I can't tell the difference. Can you?
I can't tell the difference. So what makes Dollar different?
The price. Dollar Rent-A-Car. You'll recognize the difference. Now you can rent a Ford Thunderbird for just $33 a day.
There's a new album steaming your way, loaded with nothing but hits, hot tracks. Get on board with Michael Sambello. Your Rhythmics. Your Ticket to Rock with Bryan Adams, Def Leppard, Naked Eyes, and Rex Springfield. Super Sticks. Red Hot Police. 14 hot tracks, nothing but hits, hot tracks, at a store near you.
Tonight's ABC theater presentation, The Day After, will continue in a moment.
I'm Ted Koppel. Watching The Day After here in Washington, a live audience to participate in a special edition of ABC News Viewpoint. We'll hear from Secretary of State George Shultz and discuss nuclear issues with a panel of experts, immediately following The Day After.
Tomorrow on AM 1270, WXYZ Radio.
What do the newsmakers have to say about nuclear survival? Listen to WXYZ Radio Morning News.
Can Detroit survive a nuclear attack? Talk to me and the experts on my open line.
What's the psychological fallout? Talk to me about how you feel about the day after.
News, information, communication.
That's News Talk Radio.
On the day after, the day after.
On AM 1270, WXYZ Radio.
Good morning.
This is ABC's World News This Morning. Good morning, America. I'm David Hartman.
And I'm Joan London.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Bill Bonds.
And I'm Diana Lewis.
Good evening. I'm Rich Fisher.
And I'm Doris Biscoe. And this
At
is
Channel 7, we think bringing you the news is very important.
Good evening. I'm Peter Jennings in New York.
Good evening, everybody.
We must. We bring you over 7 hours of it every day.
Good evening. I'm Ted Koppel, and this is Nightline.
You can't see it. You can't feel it. And you can't taste it. But it's here. It's going through you like an X-ray.
The critics are saying that The Day After will be the most powerful event in television history. You can be part of it. Viewpoint Detroit will be your chance to speak your mind to experts on both sides of the nuclear controversy. All of America will be talking about it The Day After. Bill Barnes hosts Viewpoint Detroit tonight at 12:15 on 7.
How much the tax hike will cost you after Nightline's Viewpoint?
Because the graphic depiction of the effects of a nuclear war may not be suitable for young viewers, parental discretion is advised.
Good luck, son. Make us proud. Forward!
This year, 2 million families will send their kids off to college. But many of these kids won't be able to compete because they lack computer skills. A home computer can help. The Commodore 64 gives you more computer for less money than anyone else. Instead of saving for your kid's education, maybe you should spend a little for it.
This is the album. This is the beat. Dance and madness goes straight to your feet. I'm dancing. It's high. There is always something there to outrageous. Dance of Madness, albums new at a store near you.
Louise, I bought carpet deodorizer.
You goofed, Harry. Arm & Hammer Extra Strength Carpet and Room Deodorizer works better, costs less.
Fresh, clean scent.
Has more odor-destroying ingredients than those two combined. And look, while they sit on top, Arm & Hammer Extra Strength penetrates to destroy deep-down odors.
Room smells fresh.
Right.
And it costs less.
Right.
Arm & Hammer Extra Strength Carpet and Room Deodorizer. Works better, costs less. Unscented, too.
Sean Connery makes a welcome return. This is the better Bond, and by a wide margin, declares the New York Times. Sean Connery is back, and greater than ever, says Rex Reed. Joel Siegel says Connery is wonderful. For Bond fans, I was up there cheering. It's inventive, imaginative, tension-filled fun, says the Los Angeles Times. And Gene Siskel of At the Movies declares 007's a winner again. See Sean Connery in Never Say Never Again. Rated PG. Now playing.
That's my sister. She's witty. I am wild. She loves jazz. I love the Stones. Opposites, right down to our lashes. She likes them soft and natural. I like mine to say wow. But we've got something in common. Dial-A-Lash Mascara by Maybelline. She sets hers lower. I set mine higher. My sister, we'll never be alike, but we'll both have beautiful lashes.
Dial-A-Lash Waterproof Mascara by Maybelline for lashes as individual as you are.
I'm David Hartman. How will America react to the day after? Well, tomorrow on Good Morning America, we'll return to Lawrence, Kansas, and find out what the people there thought about tonight's movie. Also, what effect might the day after have on the nuclear arms debate? We'll find out tomorrow on Good Morning America.
Hello? Is anybody there? Anybody at all?
The following suggested reading list, compiled in cooperation with the American Library Association, will provide additional information on a variety of subjects related to the nuclear issue. Nuclear Madness by Dr. Helen Caldecott. On Thermonuclear War by Herman Kahn. Nuclear War Survival Skills by Dr. Crescent Kearney. Nuclear Weapons and Foreign Policy by Dr. Henry A. Kissinger. The Fate of the Earth by Jonathan Schell. The Legacy of Hiroshima by Dr. Edward Teller. The Day After Midnight, The Effects of Nuclear War. U.S. Office of Technology Assessment Staff. Check your library or bookstores for these and other titles.
I see by your job application, you've scored 6 million on the video game Munchman.
Yeah?
And I see you shot down 2 billion aliens from the planet Mongo?
Yeah.
You are good at computer games. So what do you know about computers?
If you're going to spend your time playing video games, why not play them in something that can also teach you about computing? Get a Commodore 64 or VIC-20. It's tough to grow up in a computer age without learning about computers.
Mr. Coffee knows how to say good morning.
Last night, I just programmed Mr. Coffee to have my coffee ready when I wake up. With this electronic digital command system, Mr. Coffee woke up before I did, and the brewing started automatically. Now that great Mr. Coffee flavor's ready and waiting. Mr. Coffee really knows how to say good morning. Now, Mr. Coffee is also available in analog clock model.
Presenting Magnavox and Ralph.
Attaboy, Ralph. Another day with my Magnavox. Look at that Magnavox picture. So bright and clear and so reliable. Whenever I'm ready, My Magnavox is ready. Yes, sir. If there's one thing I can count on, it's my Magnavox. And my dog Ralph here. If you want reliability, get a Magnavox. Because I'm not giving up Ralph.
Magnavox. The performance lasts.
If you're ready for high-performance photography, the Minolta X700 program system is ready for you. Computerized, motorized, systematized. Total capability, from fully programmed where you set nothing, even with flash, to creative manual where you control everything. The high-performance Minolta X700, voted Camera of the Year on 2 continents.
Only from the mind of Minolta.
I'm Ted Koppel. What can be done to prevent nuclear war? That's our focus tonight on a special edition of ABC News Viewpoint. We'll hear from Secretary of State George Shultz, and we'll discuss the issues with Henry Kissinger, Carl Sagan, Elie Wiesel, Brent Scowcroft, William F. Buckley Jr., and Robert McNamara. Our live audience here in Washington will ask questions on Viewpoint. That's next on ABC.
I'm David Hartman. How will America react to the day after? Well, tomorrow on Good Morning America, we'll return to Lawrence, Kansas, and find out what the people there thought about tonight's movie. Also, what effect might the day after have on the nuclear arms debate? We'll find out tomorrow on Good Morning America.
Hello, I'm Mike Holfeld. Picketers charge mass hysteria could be caused by ABC movie The Day After. We'll have their side of the story after Nightline's Viewpoint.
Tomorrow on AM 1270, WXYZ Radio.
What do the newsmakers have to say about nuclear survival? Listen to WXYZ Radio Morning News.
Can Detroit survive a nuclear attack? Talk to me and the experts on my open line.
What's the psychological fallout? Talk to me about how you feel about the day after.
News, information, communication.
That's News Talk Radio.
On the day after, the day after.
On AM 1270, WXYZ Radio.
To us, this is more than just a television set. It's a ballot box. It's where you, the viewers, vote for your favorite news program. By a flick of the dial, you tell us who you trust the most to keep you informed about the issues that affect your lives. And overwhelmingly, you've turned to Channel 7 Action News, particularly during times of crisis, like floods, tornadoes, local and national emergencies. Your trust in us is a big vote of confidence, a vote we have to earn every day.
Because on television, the polls are always open.
Kennedy tackles hunger in Detroit after Nightline's Viewpoint.
This is an ABC News special edition of Viewpoint. Here now, reporting from Washington, Ted Koppel.